at Peterhouse, you say powerhouse. Peterhouse.
Powerhouse.
Peterhouse.
Powerhouse.
That's right. Now that was just to wake you up. Now that I have your attention, let me begin with the reason why we have assembled here. My speech. A pleasant morning to our guest of honor, Mrs. Laura Alberton, Chairman of the Board, Mr. Matheson, Chairman of EXCO, Mr. Hammond and Mrs. Hammond, Board of Governors, Director and Mrs. Blackett, Mrs. Blicknote, Mr. and Mrs. Peebles, Peterhouse Girl staff, parents, Peterhouse queens, past and present. Your heart starts beating before you are even born and only stops twice, when you die and before you make a speech. What is Speech Day? For the people on my right, it means eagerly awaiting a handshake and prize for their respective accolades. For those on my left, another opportunity to serenade our ears with their sweet symphonies. For the teachers, yet another chance to show that they are accomplished individuals clad in their graduate robes. And for the beautiful display of faces in front of me, it means sitting through 3 speeches that you may or may not fall asleep to. For me, it was the last time I get to address you, and unfortunately, it was without amusing anecdotes of Annie the aid locker or sassy stories about Sally the sick former. So here I am, with a few minutes in which I get to explain the beautiful metamorphosis and lessons that have come about in my journey through this school. You cannot come to Peterhouse and not love it, or at least some aspects of it. You cannot come to Peterhouse and not learn from it, be it culturally, physically, or spiritually. You cannot come through Peterhouse and not be changed by it. If you don't believe me, here's a testimony of a girl I used to know. She was ranked one of the meanest girls in C block. By B block, she'd had 3 gatings. And as if all that wasn't enough, her determined breach of protocol had her summoned to the headmaster, Dr. Bratchell's office. Today, she addresses you. She is me. This school has molded me into the type of young lady that, despite the challenges presented by the world, is versatile enough to prosper in any situation. And I assure you, should you take every opportunity with an open mind and willing heart, it will do the same for you. You have the opportunities. You have the foundation. But if you do not build your house on it, a foundation it will always be. You need to take action and move forward. Success is you working with your environment to unleash the optimal version of yourself. You are the spark that ignites the fire that is your destiny. Many times I've been asked what I love about Peterhouse. One of the things is the family atmosphere. Allow me to break it down for you. We have the baby sisters, otherwise known as D and C block, who start off young and impressionable and are groomed by the nurturing hands of the seniors. We have the second-borns, the sufferers of middle child syndrome, B and A block. Then there are the big sisters, 5th and 6th form, who think and act like they run the school, when in reality they fall below the aunties and 4 uncles, Mr. Carter, Mr. Hewer, Mr. Chorley and Mr. Whitcomb. Our enthusiastic father, Mr. Blackett, who always visits on select evenings to check up on us, and Mummy, Mrs. Blicknote, who writes us personal birthday cards and always does her best to make us feel at home. This is our home, or rather, our queendom. This place is not the residence of the ordinary. It is the dwelling of those who are destined to be great. Our blue is no ordinary blue. It is royal blue, a color synonymous with sapphires. Like us, sapphires are valuable, rare, and precious. But there's something else sapphires are known for. Their flaws. And I know it's hard to admit, especially as Peterhouse students, but we have a lot of flaws. We are incomplete, scratched up in some places, jagged around the edges. However, flawed sapphires are often better than flawless sapphires because the flaws show authenticity and character. You are rare and unique. Let yourself be flawed. Go proudly and confidently in the world with your blinding hues, showing everyone who's boss. Look at your pocket. The crown that sits there on our hearts is not accidental. It sits there as a reminder that although we lead, we do so to serve, and with the humble kindness that lives in us. And it was with that, on behalf of all the girls, I'd like to thank the staff, including the sekurus and aunties, for their support and encouragement in driving us to academic and sporting excellence. Mrs. Blickner and Mrs. Huff, thank you for making this year that much easier for me, and for allowing me to serve this amazing place I've learned to call home. To Miss Hall, the ultimate life coach, thank you for your guidance, for having my back and for never letting me go astray. Jen, Chido and Gabby, my angels, thank you for the early mornings, the sweet notes, and for being the best little sisters anyone could ask for. To those who wear golden striped ties, the ambassadors of a Corinthians 1:13 kind of love, the workers, not perkers. It has been my greatest pleasure paving out with you great paths for those that are meant to follow. My right hand, Primrose. Some say wisdom is defined by age. I'm proud to say you have deemed this thesis incorrect. Kafumanyumbu, my best friend, thank you for being just that. For ritual, for poorer, in sickness and in health. Through Peterhouse and to forever. Thank you to you, our parents, for sending us here. We see you work tirelessly. We see you strive to give us more than you had. We see you, and we appreciate you more and more every day. And an especially big thank you to my parents. Mom, your strong beliefs and high-standing morals have been an incredible example for me to follow. Daddy, you are my rock, my inspiration, my first love. I'm so grateful that God chose me to be your daughter. I have the greatest pride, respect, and appreciation for what the both of you have done for me. So, who are we? What does it mean to be a queen? To be a queen is to serve, to sacrifice comfort for the benefit of the community. It is to strive continually, to follow your dreams, to work hard and persevere, remembering that heavy is the head that wears the crown. Personally, I would not be able to carry the weight of the crown without the support of 57 very special individuals. School prefects, house prefects, war cry captains, and even Chelsea. This school would not be able to function without you. To my block, D block of 2012 and leavers of 2017. You are phenomenal people. From the beginning of our time here at Peterhouse, we have done nothing but achieve the seemingly impossible. In 2012 and 2013, our commendations had to be announced in 2 groups because the chapel was just too small to hold our academic achievements. We came, we saw, and we conquered everything that attempted to stand in our way. On a side note, we as the first inhabitants of Elizabeth House would like to formally apologize to Mr. Santiso for the stress we caused. Thank you for your patience, tolerance, and unwavering loyalty, on which we erected pillars of faith, camaraderie, and success. Sixth Form of 2017, please stand. We are royalty. We have been set free, and now we are going to shake history. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the groundbreakers, the change makers, the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you. You may be seated. To the Peterhouse Queens who remain, do your best in whatever you set out to achieve. And no, that doesn't mean leaving behind a legacy of being the loudest block ever. Instead, act like the royalty that you are. It is never too early to start achieving your goals, and it's not too late either. It's not too late to be the impact and positivity you want to see in the school. It's not too late for you to be the better that you want the school to be. Not next year, not tomorrow, now. The life of a breather may be appealing now. However, by virtue of admission into the school, mediocrity is not your calling. Complacency is the thief of growth. Whether you're at the bottom of the food chain or the top of the food chain, sitting idle gets you eaten. So move, progress, advance. They say the proof is in the pudding. I say the proof is in Peterhouse. So as the baton is passed on to those we leave, we say run. We say conquer the uphill, demolish the downhill, and cross that finish line. The heat will try and blind you. The curve will try and slow you down. But a race finished is a race won. I've heard 5 head girl speeches before mine, and every year the head girls quoted something meaningful for everyone to take away. And hopefully my ending doesn't fall short. So today, the quote is, you. the very people that made Peterhouse Peterhouse. That wake-up call at the beginning was not just a wake-up call. The word you shouted was powerhouse. A powerhouse is a source of light, a source of strength. And as you grow in this world, be powerhouses. Go out and inspire. Go out and prosper for the sake of the crown and to God's glory. Thank you.